Welcome to the Strat-O-Matic Network and Game 2 of the 1911 World Series. Pitching in today's game for the New York Giants starting is Rube Marquard. A left-hander, he was 24-7 with a 2.50 ERA. And for the Philadelphia Phillies, it's Eddie Plank, another left-hander. He was 23-8 on the season with a 2.10 ERA. I'm going to talk for a moment, and perhaps I'll make mention throughout the game about Game 1. So you might want to go out if you haven't watched it. It was a great one. Go out right now to avoid the spoiler. Game 1 was an awesome ball game. The New York Giants won it 1-0. Mathewson went all the way for the shutout. Bender got the loss but pitched great baseball. And here in Game 2, the series moves to Philadelphia, Shibe Park, as the Athletics try to tie up the series. Let's go through our opening lineups. They are the same as the first game. Leading off, Josh DeVore in left. Larry Doyle at second base. Fred Snodgrass in center. Red Murray in right field. Fred Merkel at first. Buck Herzog at third base. Fletcher at short, Chief Myers catching, and Rube Marquard, the pitcher, batting ninth. For the Philadelphia Athletics, it's Briss Lord leading off in left.
Forced to go rogue. Hunted from...
Rube Oldring in center field. Eddie Collins at second, Frank Baker at third, Danny Murphy in right field, Harry Davis at first, Jack Barry at shortstop, Ira Thomas catching and pitching, left-hander Eddie Plank. And before we go ahead, we have a warm-up question from Kathy. So look into the text here and please participate. Have a guess, if you will. And try to answer this trivia question that's coming right up. Wait for it now. Which film starring Jim Carrey has the tagline "On the Air Unaware"? Lord, I don't know. You know, Dan says Truman Show. That's a good guess. So, and he gets it. Dan gets it. I believe that means Dan got it, yes. We give a red Mike and Ike to Dan and Kathy Harden for a great warm-up question. Thank you, Kathy. We are in Shibe Park for Game 2 of the World Series. The Giants won a thriller in Game 1 yesterday, 1-0, and a shutout by Christy Mathewson, defeating Bender and the Giants. Today, Rube Marquard will try to win it and even it up. And the Athletics take the field. We're in Shibe Park. Eddie Plank. Two great pitchers again, Plank and Marquard. Plank taking his warm-ups. And leading it off is Josh DeVore for the Giants. Here's Plank, he's ready. And the pitch, 5-6, left-handed, grounds it to second for Collins. And he throws it to Davis at first for 1 out, 1 away. And we are underway. Now here's Larry Doyle. Pitch from Plank, 4-6 left-handed. That's a base hit for Doyle. Doyle is on. Plank -4, a great move. 1-11 not being held. Now Fred Snodgrass, the batter. Five-6, right-handed, struck him out. 2 down for Red Murray. 3-9, left-handed. That's a triple for Murray, scoring Doyle. And the Giants get out ahead 1-0. Their first time taking the lead in the series. Murray on third, 2 outs. Again, it was a 3-9 left-handed triple clean. Now here's Fred Merkle. Murray on third, 2 down. Pitch from Plank, 1-7 left-handed, grounded to short for Barry. And the side is retired. But there was 1 run. On 2 hits, the single by Doyle, and he was knocked home with a long triple by Red Murray. It's New York 1, Philadelphia coming up. Here's Rube Marquard on the mound. Both excellent pitchers. Briss Lord leads it off for the Athletics. That's 3-10, left-handed, double 1-2. It's a base hit. Lord opens up with a single. Not being held, but being held closely. Here's Rube Oldring now. Infield is in, he's a B bunter, and he bunts it down. It's a 4. Bunts it to first. Merkle trying to get to that. 6 defense, 6B. Merkle has the option to throw Briss Lord out, 1-14. -4, 1-10. And Merkle a 1-12. I think that they're going to play it safe. Merkle will take it to the bag to get Oldring, and Lord goes to second. So here's Eddie Collins. Lord in scoring position, 1 out. 2-7 left-handed, struck him out. 2 down for Frank Baker. 5-10 left-handed, grounded a third X. Our first X today. Herzog at 235. 1-2, it goes through for a base hit. So with 2 outs, it's first and third. Danny Murphy steps up in a clutch situation. Pitch to Murphy, 1-9 left-handed. That's a shot hit out into the gap in left center, and that's going to be a double. That will at least score Lord to tie up the ball game. The double to left, Baker rounding third. DeVore out in left is a -3. That'll be 1-13. 2 outs, 1-15, +1, 1-16 with no hold. And Baker is trying to come home. Here's the throw from DeVore, 1-16. He is out! Oh, what a throw by Josh DeVore to nail Baker at home. And the side is retired. But there was 1 run on 3 hits and a dramatic end to the inning as Josh DeVore throwing a perfect strike to Chief Myers, the catcher, putting the tag on Baker. And we've gone 1. It's a 1-1 ball game. More hitting in this inning than there was in the entire game, just about. Well, Eddie Plank now takes the mound, and Buck Herzog will lead it off. But before that, we have a question from Kathy Harden. So I want you all to pay very close attention. Wait for it now, please. Wait for it. Here it is. In 1985, marvelous Marvin Haller knocked out Tommy Hitman Hartz in a brutal non-stop action fight in what round? Jim says the third. Dan says the fifth. Joel says the sixth. Jim got it, the third. I didn't even have a guess. And there is the red Mike and Ike for yet another great question and answer. Top of the second, Eddie Plank on the mound for Philadelphia. Leading it off will be Buck Herzog. Plank throws 6-7 right-handed, struck him out. Second strikeout for Plank. Don't worry about it, Kathy. They're happy accidents. Here's Art Fletcher now with 1 out. Pitch from Plank, 6-9 right-handed, grounder to short X. Barry, 248. 13-2, he throws him out. 2 away. And here's Chief Myers. You know, Baseball Reference listed him as Jack Myers, and I didn't look. It said also referred to as Chief Myers, And I'm looking through my cards, even though he played yesterday, and I'm saying, I can't find him. And I went through all the teams, and I said, this may be the first time. I could always get it in the card viewer. But then I found Chief Myers, or I should say refound Myers, and we're all is well. Welcome to Howard. Here's Plank. And the pitch to Chief, 4-3, ballpark slash. I got him over here on the right end today. That's 11. That's going to be a liner to short. And the side is retired. So it's 1-2-3 inning for Plank. All right, Howard. He's an APA guy. That's okay. We have people who play all sorts of games. Oh, we move to the bottom of the second. Here's Rube Marquard. Game tied at 1. 26,286 here. That's about capacity, I would probably guess, back in 1911. Harry Davis leading it off. Marquard throws, 1-8 left-handed, grounder to third for Herzog. And he throws to Merkel for the first out. Now here's Jack Barry. Pitch from Marquard, 3-5 left-handed base hit Barry. So Barry is on first, being held 1-15. One to 13. So these pitchers have good moves, and they're going to probably keep those runners tied pretty much to the base. Ira Thomas now with 1 out and Barry on first. 1-5 left-handed, struck him out. Second strikeout for Marquard. And Eddie Plank, the batter. Plank a 3 WL. It's a small world, Howard. I had a friend in high school who played APA baseball. You know, it's just a preference. You know, I think Dave Little put it very well. Some people like the Rolling Stones, some people like the Beatles. I mean, I like both, but I'm Beatles. Same thing with tabletop baseball fantasy. Some are Strat-O-Matic, some are APBA. Some like both, but I'm Strat-O-Matic. The pitch to Plank, 4-8, left-handed, struck him out, and that is the side. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. We have gone 2 here at Shibe. What is it, Shibe Park or Shibe Park? Yes. And Deb Upcroft has arrived. Great to see you, Deb. Deb Upcroft. Okay, top of the third. Plank on the mound. Marquard will lead it off for the Giants. There's John McGraw out there, rooting for his Giants. Very colorful figure. Here's the pitch to Marquard, 4-3, switch hitter batting right. That's a ballpark slash, but it's a liner. Switch hitter batting right to short. 1 down. It's been a while, Deb Upcroft. Now here's Eddie Plank facing DeVore. 5-6 left-handed, chops it to second. And Eddie Collins throws it to first. That's 2 outs. Second time DeVore grounded to Collins. Now Larry Doyle with 2 outs, nobody on. 6-6, left-handed, fly ball right. It's high and playable by Danny Murphy. And Murphy gets under it, and it's a 1-2-3 for Eddie Plank. We move to the bottom of the third. Rube Marquard will face the top of the order. Briss Lord leading it off. 3-6, left-handed, struck him out. Fourth strikeout for Marquard. Now Rube Oldring is the batter. He had a sacrifice bunt that set up Briss Lord to score. .58, right-handed, grounder to second X. Doyle, 339. Doyle, 339, 1-3. It's a base hit, goes through. So Oldring is on. So Oldring is on. Marquard keeping him at first, 1-12, not being held. Here's Eddie Collins. Strat-O-Matic is a little strange because to me he is being held, but he's not being held, if you know what I mean. Here's Eddie Collins. Oldring on first, 1 out. 2-4, left-handed, ballpark slash. And that is a liner to second, 2 outs. Here's Frank Baker now. Oldring on first, 2 away. Marquard throws, 5-9, left-handed, struck him out. So both pitchers have largely settled down and settled in. We've gone 3. It's a 1-1 ball game. Top of the fourth now. Eddie Plank for the Athletics on the mound. Fred Snodgrass leads it off. He struck out by Plank in the first. I don't remember the place kicker, Joel, but none of it worked. 2-7, left-handed, struck him out. Third strikeout for Plank, 1 away. Now here's Red Murray. .310, left-handed, triple 1-4. It's a triple from Murray, his second triple of the ball game. How about that? .310, left-handed, triple 1-4, and it was a 4. .39 is a triple clean. That's what he got last time. Murray had 15 triples. And those would have been, those were, you know, those missed being inside the park home runs. I'm not sure if Shibe's Park, the Polo Grounds and or the other park stadiums he played in some of them didn't have fences. And so therefore some of the home runs were so-called inside the park home runs. Some of them did have fences, but that looks like some of those would have been home runs, maybe, if there were fences. Here's Merkel now. Murray on third, 1 out. Infield is in. Plank from the stretch. 2-8, left-handed. That's a grounder to short A. The infield was in. It's hit to Barry, the shortstop. Ground ball A with a runner on third. He checks Murray at third, holds him, and throws it to first for the second out. A nice play by Jack Barry. And we have a question top of the fifth from Kathy again. And anybody here is welcome to ask trivia questions and or request of me, or let me know so I can highlight it. Here's Buck Herzog now. 2 outs. Murray on third. Pitch from Plank 3-4, grounder to third, fielded by Baker, and he throws it to first, and the side is out. So no runs for the Giants. A triple by Murray, his second triple of the ballgame. It's not that unusual, given that he had 15 on the season. Yeah, Jim, there was a rule, to my knowledge, that what we would call a ground rule double today, with it bouncing, was a home run. I believe there was. I don't know when that was changed from home run to a ground rule double. We moved to the bottom of the fourth. Rube Marquard on the mound. Danny Murphy leading it off. Here's 5-5 right-handed. Struck him out. 6 strikeout for Marquard. Checking his ratio, he had 237 in 278, an excellent ratio if you like strikeouts. Here's Harry Davis. 5-12, right-handed, grounder to second X. Doyle, 339. 1-3, that's going to go past Doyle. I don't know if it was the second time that happened today or it happened, second time a ball has gotten past him that seemed playable, maybe, but Harry Davis on first now. 1-17, not being held with a 2, a lead on a 2. He gets, though he does not get the lead. So here's Jack Barry. He's just on first, not being held. Now Jack Barry. There's the pitch, 2-8, left-handed, grounds it back to Marquard. He turns around, throws it to Doyle at second to force Davis. No play at first. 2 outs, and Barry is safe at first. And now Ira Thomas is the batter. Good afternoon, Rick. The pitch from Marquard, 6-6, right-handed, double, 1-13. It is a double. There are no asteroids. Barry rounding third. I always like, before I roll it, to double check. Indeed, it is a 6-6 double. Barry rounding, 1-16. 2 outs, 1-18. No hold, 1-19. The double is to center, 1-19, 1-17. He's coming home. I hate to even try, but the pitcher's up next. Here's the throw, and he is safe. So Barry scores from first on the double by Thomas, who goes to third. And the Athletics take a 2-1 lead. And here comes Eddie Plank with 2 outs Ira Thomas on first. A big double by Ira Thomas to knock Davis home. Okay, Plank, 0 for 1, struck out by Marquard in the second. To 3-WL, 6-8. He walked him. First and third, 2 outs. That you don't want to do. Briss Lloyd is the batter. Marquard throws 2-6 left-handed, grounder to third for Buck Herzog. And he throws to Merkel, and the side is retired. But there was 1 run on 2 hits and a walk. The double by Ira Thomas, the catcher. Big double, making it a 2-1 ball game. Athletics over the Giants. We've gone 4. I think now would be a great time to get to the next trivia question, Kathy Harden. And I ask you all to pay attention now. She curates these questions, so let's give her the attention she deserves. Wait for it now. Here it is. What Baltimore pitcher walked twice with bases loaded in the same World Series game? What Baltimore pitcher walked twice with the bases loaded in the same World Series game? Joel Horland says Palmer. I just guessed McNally. But I think Joel Horland is right. And if he is, Joel gets it. And I'm sorry, Joel. Let's make believe that's orange, okay? I don't know where that orange one went, but oh, goodness. Some things just disappear. Year-end game for bonus points, Joel. Year-end game. What game number, I suppose Kathy means. Joel Horland guesses game 3. We both guessed 1970. It was 71, game 2. And we are back, top of the 5th. 2-1 Philadelphia. Eddie Plank on the mound. It will be Art Fletcher leading it off. Here's the pitch, 110 left-handed, grounder to short for Barry. And he throws it to first, 1 away. Here's Chief Myers. Ah, 6-11, right-handed, fly ball right X. Murphy, 2-11. 12-2, that's going to be an E11 roll. An E11 roll for Murphy. That's 6. Oh, and he drops the ball. Murphy has dropped the ball. for a two-base error, the first error of the ball game. And the first error of this series. So Myers on second with one out, and here comes Marquard. A chance here for the Giants to tie it up at least. Here's Plank. The pitch to Marquard, 4-8, switch hitter batting right, single 1-12, goes through. Past the reach of Baker. One asteroid. Myers goes to third and holds. So Eddie Plank in a bit of trouble here. The tying run on third, the go-ahead on first. And here's Josh DeVore. That's 62. Let me just check something here. I should keep the rosters out. Check out Marquard. Marquard is a 1-12. Marquard, and we'll make a note of that. I very rarely write on my cards, but in such cases, he has no adjunctive steal rating. Marquard on first, Myers on third, and Josh DeVore 0 for 2, grounded to second twice. Here's Plank. 2-6, left-handed, walked him. Plank has loaded him up with Giants. And Larry Doyle, the batter, infield playing it back to ward off a big inning and also to end the inning. It's one out, bases full. Doyle at the plate. 3-5. And that's a base hit for Doyle. 2 runs will score. Myers comes home, that's unearned. Marquard comes home. DeVore goes to third. Almost a triple. They had a lot of triples back then. I believe Sam Crawford to this day holds the record for lifetime triples. That's one record that has been preserved. I don't know how many it is, but it's a lot of them. Look at it again, 3-5. Left-handed, triple 1-2, it was a base hit. 2 asteroids. So that's an unearned run allowed by Plank, and it's a 3-2 game. Isn't that something how the Giants just turn it around here? First and third, 1 out, again infield back. The infield positioning had nothing to do with the outcome for Doyle. Here's Plank. The pitch to Snodgrass, 1-3, left-handed, grounds it to short, infield back, and that's going to be a double play. It was bases, it was first and third, 2. It's going to be hit to short. Barry throws it to Collins, and then over to Davis for the double play, and the side is retired. 2 runs, one of them unearned. Middle of the 5th, it's now a 3-2 game. I'll tell you, these have been good games so far. The first one and now this one. Here's Rube Oldring leading it off for the A's. Rube Marquard, now the winner of record. Actually, after this inning, he could be. The pitch to Oldring, 4-6, right-handed, flies it to right. That's shallow. Murray coming in, makes the catch, 1 away. And here's Eddie Collins. Collins 0 for 2. 6-8 left-handed walked him. So Collins is on with the tying run. 1 to 15, 1 to 12 not being held. Here's Frank Baker. 6-9 left-handed struck him out. 7th strikeout for Marquard. 2 away now with Collins on first. Here's Danny Murphy. 6-4 right-handed struck him out, and that's the 8th strikeout for Marquard. And look at John McGraw clapping. He puts his as Marquard comes into the dugout, giving him a pat on the back. It was no runs, no hits. The walk to Collins left on. After 5, it's 3-2 Giants. Again, the Giants won the first game 1-0 on the complete game shutout by Christy Mathewson. Eddie Plank takes the mound. Here's Red Murray. Murray 2 for 2 has tripled twice. 2-5. Grounds it to short. Barry fields it, throws to Davis. 1 away. Now here's Fred Merkel. Oh, that is good coffee. Wow. Such a delight. Oh, God, that's good. Okay, Plank into his windup. The pitch to Merkel, 1-7 left-handed, another grounder to short, Rick Barry. Jack Barry. 2 outs. Oh yeah, Rube Marquard with 8 strikeouts. And he had that big single here. Sure. That sent Myers to third. Then bases loaded. Doyle knocked home Myers. Sure. You're right. Here's Buck Herzog. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the 6th. Giants out ahead 3-2. 5-6 right-handed. Struck him out. And that is the side 1-2-3. 4th strikeout for Plank. We move to the bottom of the 6th now. Rube Marquard on the mound trying to hold the lead. It's the Giants by 1. Harry Davis leading it off. Marquard into his windup. The pitch to Davis, 2-7 left-handed, single 1-7, line to short and caught by Fletcher. 1 down. Here's Jack Barry. 4-11 right-handed, grounded to short, 2 outs. And Ira Thomas is the batter. Ira had the big double to knock home Barry. Two, 4 left-handed ballpark slash. Again, it's 3s, both sides. So that's going to be a liner to short, and the side is retired. We move to the top of the 7th. We'll take a break during the stretch of about 5 minutes. Eddie Plank on the mound trying to keep the Athletics in this game. Fletcher leads it off. Inside for a ball to Fletcher. Here's Plank. 4-8, right-handed, single 1 to 12. That'll go through. Base hit. Fletcher is on. Not being held. And Chief Myers, the batter. 6-8, right-handed. Fly ball left field. And Briss Lord makes the catch, one away. Here comes Marquard. Again, Marquard, 1 for 2, had the single. And scored. And Marquard has scored the go-ahead run in this ball game. He's a switch hitter. 4-3, batting right-handed, ballpark slash again, but it's threes all the way around. Batting right-handed, liner to short, 2 outs. Fletcher on first, and Josh DeVore, the batter, 0 for 2 and a walk. Plank throws, 1-5, left-handed, struck him out. I'll tell you, both pitchers are tough today. Both pitchers were tough yesterday, but Bender allowed 1 run. That was all that was needed when Mathewson threw the complete game shutout in this game. Plank has allowed 3 runs in 7 innings. Marquard 2 runs in 6. And we're going to take a break here for about 3 to 5. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. This is the 1911 World Series Game 2. Giants lead at 1-0 in games. Looking at our schedule here for programming notes, Game 3 will be tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. Game 3. And Christy Mathewson pitching on what may be like 2 days rest in real world will pitch again. And it's going to be Jack Combs, C-O-O, M as in Mary, B-S, pitching for the Athletics. And don't miss it, tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern. That's 10 a.m. on the West Coast. I have other programming. If any of you are interested, I'm a JFK history buff. And I recognize the complete picture now that we see all of his conduct. But I have a fascination with JFK and the assassination. This evening, not to conflict with any ball games, this evening at 6 p.m. Eastern, NBC TV news coverage of November 22nd, 1963, when JFK was assassinated. It's pretty fascinating to watch. I'll be tuning in. As far as the 1962 replay goes, we're feeding that to the early birds with the World Series going on. So tomorrow at 6 a.m., it will be the Minnesota Twins with Camilo Pascual 2-0 facing the Baltimore Orioles and Hal Smith with a 1-0 record. It's all on my landing page. And by all means, please subscribe if you have not done so, and set up alerts for those programs that you have a particular interest in. Philip has arrived. We trust you're doing well, Philip. And he's a big gamer. Again, I'm Jeffrey Guterman. This is the Strat-O-Matic Network, and I'll be back in just a few minutes. Jeffrey Gooderman back here in Studio B for the Strat-O-Matic Network 1911 World Series. We're in game 2. It's 3-2 Giants. Giants won the first game. 1-0 on Mathewson's shutout. He's set to go tomorrow. We're not building in travel days, so we assume he's got at least 2 days rest. Rube Marquard trying to hold the lead here. His first endurance is the 9th. So is Plank's. And Plank will hit. Plank a 3WL at the plate. Here's the pitch for 4. Plank left-handed. Ballpark slash again. 3s and it's a 2. It goes through past the reach of Fletcher, and Plank now gets a base hit. Marquard got a single that contributed to a run, and he scored a run in the 5th. Now Plank leads off. We'll check to see if Plank has a supplementary running rating, and no, he does not. Now Briss Lord, the batter. A bunter, infield still back. He lays it down, and it's hit to third. That's 7A. And Herzog at third throws it to first, his only play. And Plank moves to second in scoring position. Well, it's, you know what it is. It's, Jim, they called it dead ball. They also called it small ball. You know, scratch out for every run you can get. So it's 1 out, Plank on second, rule bouldering. Everybody, not everybody, but many people, look at these 8 bunters all over the place. Okay, Marquard from the stretch with Plank in scoring position. The pitch from Marquard. 5-4 right-handed, catcher X. Myers 1-4. That's a 6-1. Oh, it's a wild pitch. Followed by a pop out. A wild pitch thrown by Marquard. It's 2 outs now with Plank on third. Again, it was a catcher X for Oldring. Myers a 1-4, and on the 6-1 wild pitch, and I know that's kind of bogus that you have all these wild pitches followed by pop outs, but we accept that as a sort of a, I don't know what you call it, a cringe aspect of advanced rather than super advanced. So it's 2 outs, Plank 90 feet from tying the ball game, and Eddie Collins in a clutch situation. He has reversals. He has clutch reversals. Okay, here's Marquard. The pitch to Collins. That's 3-9, left-handed, walked him. So it's first and third. I guess that's better than a base hit. And Frank Home Run Baker, I think he got the nickname during the World Series. So he hasn't hit any. Oh, that is good coffee. Wow. My last cup of the day. And then I'll move on to the other stuff for the JFK media at 6 p.m. Eastern. 2 outs now, first and third. Baker at the plate, lefty-lefty. Marquard throws, 6-12 left-handed, fly ball left X. That's DeVore, a 120. That's 12-1. It's going to be an E20. Let's see if he makes an error here. E20. 12. Oh, he makes the catch. A beautiful catch by Josh DeVore on an E20. Look at that, 16 or more. And it was a 12. Fly ball out. Caught by DeVore. And that will retire the side. No runs again allowed by Marquard. 1 hit and a walk, 2 left on. We move to the 8th. 11 home runs, yeah. Here's Eddie Plank. Larry Doyle will lead it off. Whoa, that's a re-roll. Everything's got to go through the tower, and one of them didn't. Don't even look. 4-2, left-handed, fly ball right, shallow, running in Murphy, makes the catch, 1 away. Giants ahead here, 3-2, top of the 8th. Giants batting, Plank on the mound for Philadelphia. Pitch to Snodgrass, 6-3 right-handed, fly ball left X. Lord, 212. That's a 1-2. Oh, it goes through. He can't get it. It's in the gap for a double. So Snodgrass in scoring position as the Giants seek some insurance here. Red Murray, 2 for 3 with 2 triples. Here's the pitch from Plank. 4-7. Right-handed base hit up the middle. Snodgrass rounding third. Oldring a 0. Snodgrass 1-17. Is he fast? 1-18, no hold. They'll let him score. I hate to let a runner score. Second run batted in for Murray. And it is now a 4-2 ball game. And here's Merkel with Murray on first. 1-17, 1-13, not being held. Here's the pitch from Plank. 2-12, left-handed, grounds it back to Plank. He turns and he throws it to Collins at second to get Murray. Collins has no play to first. 2 outs. Merkel on first, 1-17, 1-13, not being held. Here's Buck Herzog. Buck is 0 for 3. Oh, that's good coffee. Oh, my. Woo. Lord, that's good. Here's the pitch, 5-3. Right-handed. Grounds it back to Plank. Plank is a 2-11. 22 throws him out, and that will end the inning. 2 assists there for Plank, but 1 run on a double, and then knocked home by Murray with the base hit. Bottom of the 8th, 4-2 Giants, and look at, I have not seen John McGraw so relaxed, so enthusiastic. The last time these clubs met was back in 1905. Giants beat the Athletics in the series. McGraw, the Giants won the pennant in 04, I believe, but he refused to meet, I don't know who it was, in the 04, what would have been the series, and he declared his team the world champions. But he did agree to face the Athletics in 05, and they beat them. So the A's want some payback, but they're in very much danger here of losing. 2 games, the first 2 games of this series. Here's Rube Marquard now in his 8th inning. Oh, I'll tell you. Well, do you have some coffee, Deb, that you can make? Oh, that is good coffee. Lord. Murphy on the at the plate. He's 1 for 3. The pitch from Marquard. 4-6, right-handed, fly ball right for Murray, 1 out. If you're looking ahead, oh no, never mind. Here's Harry Davis. And the pitch, 4-4, right-handed, ballpark slash, again, 3s both side. And that's going to be a liner to short, 2 away. And here's Jack Barry. Marquard has been very tough today, even with runners on base. The pitch to Barry, 6-8, right-handed, walked him. So Barry is on first. And here comes Thomas, Ira Thomas, the tying run at the plate. Outside for a ball to Thomas. Ira Thomas had that double that knocked in a run. Barry on first, 2 outs. Marquard now. He looks in. Here's the pitch to Thomas. 3-5. Left-handed. Grounder to short. And Fletcher fields it and throws him out, and the side is retired. We're heading to the 9th. And each pitcher will be in their first respective endurance inning. Top of the 9th, Eddie Plank. He's gone all the way. He's pitched fair baseball, 4 runs in 8 innings. It's not his best performance. Art Fletcher leading it off. If you're looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th, most likely it'll be a hitter for a Plank, assuming he finishes the inning, and then the top of the order. Here's Plank. Pitch to Fletcher, 3-7 left-handed, pops it up to short. And under it is Barry for the first out. I just like watching John McGraw in the dugout, cheering his team on. And he was quite a ball player in his own right in the day. I believe he played mostly for Baltimore. Very scrappy ball player. Here's Chief Myers now. Plank throws 5-3 right-handed, grounded back to Plank. X, 2-11. That's 18-2, throws him out, 2 away. And here's Rube Marquard. And there are some New York Giant fans here at Shibe Park. They could take a train just like anybody else. Train is probably the best, if only feasible transportation. Back then, I mean, cars were still somewhat of a luxury toy, if you will. And taking long trips like that was an adventure in itself. And I see that there are some fans here. Rube Marquard at the plate with 2 outs. The pitch from Plank, 6-9, switch hitter batting right, and he grounds it to short X for Barry, 248. 8-2, that's going to be an E48 roll, and as you can see, it's going to be an error unless it's a 2, and then that's a split. And it isn't a 1-base error by Barry. Not exactly the last thing you want to do is put someone on. Marquard reaches again. And that is the second error for the Athletics. And the second error of the series. Here's Josh DeVore now. 2 outs, Marquard on first. Pitch to DeVore, 4-12 left-handed, grounder to first X. Davis, 330, 5-3, and he throws him out. And that is the side. We're heading to the bottom of the 9th. The Philadelphia Athletics down by 2 runs. And Rube Marquard going for the complete game win. And there will be a hitter. There will be a hitter for Philadelphia. Let's see who Connie Mack is going to send out. I see that Beals Becker pinch hit twice. Don't tell me he's not carded. My Lord. How could he not be carded? Sorry about the... Let me just take a look at him. He should be carded. Let me take a look at the roster. Lord. New York Giants, Becker. I'm sorry, Philadelphia. They do not have him carded. That is the most peculiar thing. And he's not on a split. And he had 172 at bats. That's very peculiar. So he's not missing. I'm not going to use Stuffy McInnes because he did not play in the entire World Series. He was hit on the wrist in late September during regular season. He did make one brief appearance substituting Davis at first, fielding only. So I'll stick to realism. But I'm going to go with the best hitter on that's carded here. Ooh, this is you have Jack Lapp, who hit 353, but he's a left-handed hitter. I don't like to game the cards. I'm going to go with Lapp. Jack Lapp. I think him hitting left-handed against a left-hander might fare better than a 253 hitter. Jack Lapp. Will be the pinch hitter. Oh, Beals is on the Giants. Oh, Bill, thank you. No wonder. You see, I was looking at the wrong frickin' thing. I was looking on Baseball References to who pinch hit, and I was looking who pinch hit for the A's. But it's going to be Jack Lapp, Bill. Jack Lapp will pinch hit here. And I think that's where we're covering nicely for both sides, for Philadelphia. And here is Beals Becker. He's the top card, a 262 hitter. Anyway, here's Jack Lapp facing Marquard. Marquard into his windup. The pitch to Lapp. 110 left-handed, ballpark slash, but it's threes all around. A liner to second, one out. Would have been a ground ball short X against the right-hander, but it wouldn't have been that roll due to the butterfly effect. Here's Bruce Lord. One out, nobody on. And that first name, Beals Becker. Marquard into his windup. Here's the pitch, 3-6. Struck him out. Oh my, he would have hit a base hit against the right-hander. And that is the 9th strikeout for Marquard. 2 down. And look, oh, if only you could see the excitement of John McGraw. McGraw can taste it. With 2 outs now. And Look at McGraw. He has settled himself down on the dugout step. There's only one step in this dugout. And he's savoring it. 2 outs, bottom of the ninth. Briss Lord struck out. Here's Rube Oldring. 2 Rubes now facing each other. Beals was his middle name or his second name. How do you like that? Okay, Marquard into his windup and the pitch to Oldring. That's 412, right-handed, struck him out. And he ends it with a flourish with his 10th strikeout of the game. And John McGraw running out to congratulate Rube Marquard in a stunning performance. The final, New York Giants 4, Philadelphia Athletics 2. And the Giants take a 2-0 lead in this World Series. And I'm going to have to give the star of the game to Marquard, but you can do whatever you want to do. He gets the win. He went 9 innings, 8 hits, very spread out. He walked 3, struck out 10, and allowed 2 runs. The Giants did take the lead in this game twice. 1-0 in the top of the first, and then 3-2 in the fifth. I'm sorry. Never mind. Eddie Plank gets the loss. He pitched 9 innings. Allowed 8 hits. He walked 1, struck out 5, and allowed 3 earned, 1 unearned. The final line, Yankees. Giants 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Athletics 2 runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors. I'd have to give Marquard the, okay, Jim, we'll give Red Murray co-star, sure. I'm all for spreading it around. 3 for 4, 2 triples, 2 runs batted in. What I think is notable in this World Series is the 2 great pitching performances by their ace starters, Mathewson and Marquard. And Mathewson will go again in Game 3. It'll be Jack Combs for the A's. And I hope you'll tune in tomorrow. Same time, same Strat-O-Matic channel. 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. West Coast for Game 3 of the 1911 World Series. I want to thank everyone who was here. Dan, Jim, Bill Ivamy, Deb Upcroft, Philip, Joel Horlin, Deb Upcroft, Howard, Kathy Harden, and you had super questions today, Kathy. We thank you very much. I know you work hard on that. Rick DeBar, and everybody else in the Strat-O-Matic community. Please stay strong. Please stay well, and I will catch you all next time.